My partner's a stepdad. In my case, my son's dad never really wanted to know. So that actually, he had to ask that question before he got involved with me. If my son's dad was still involved in my life, I don't think he would have pursued me any further. I'll be honest. And then on top of that, it's actually okay to date a baby mum without taking on the role of a stepdad. It's actually okay. But if you decide that that is what you're going to do and you break up with the woman, don't you think that it doesn't make sense to have been calling yourself a stepfather if you seize contact with the child as well?
See, this is the thing, like, I believe that most relationships are ended by women anyway.
I'm just going to go on mute while you talk because I don't know if you can hear the kids program in the background. So
Okay, no worries, yeah. I believe that most relationships are ended by women predominantly anyway. So, like, in that example you're giving, like, the guy may have come in with all like a good mind to, you know, come into the situation, be your man, and take on the responsibility of your kids and build a good relationship with them. Now, if you as the woman end your relationship with that guy, then his relationship with your kids is over as well. Do you get what I'm saying? And that can be quite hurtful as well. Like, do you get what I'm saying? I think that your guy was smart for asking about the situation with your baby father. But the issue I have is that, like, at the end of the day, like, he's still the biological father. Do you get what I'm saying? So, because I know guys in real life that have looked after another man's kids before, and then when these kids grow up and they have arguments with him, they'll be like, "You're not my dad anyway." And I think that that's kind of hurtful. That's something that's a real, you know, risk. You know, if you're a man and you're looking after someone's kids, because you could be putting money, time, attention, emotional support into a child for them to one day turn around and say, "You're not my dad, so you can't tell me what to do."
In as much as I agree with you, I think it's down to you as a man who makes conscious decisions on who you date and what reasons you date women for, to decide at what point you're going to be a stepfather in a child's life. For example, yeah, it is very, very, very difficult for you to come and try and parent a next man's child who's already in their teens, or even, you know, 10, or sometimes even 7. Do you understand? My son is 4 years old, and his stepdad came into his life when he was around 3. So I think it was very easy, you know, for him to build a relationship with him. Bearing in mind, my son's not been around any other man, because I was dating women when the relationship with my baby father didn't work out. I said, okay, park off the men. I'm going to date women. And I dated women. And so my son doesn't know men. He doesn't know men. So
Could I ask why you chose or made that decision? Like, so after your baby father, you decided to date women. What made you do that? Because you've ended up going back to men in the end anyway. So what made you do that?
Well, I think I dated women because I enjoyed the softness of it. I also wanted to have a relationship with a woman that was like, because I believe strongly in sisterhood, yeah? And I like making friends with females, being close with females and stuff like that. So like when things didn't really work out with my baby dad, I didn't see the benefit of sleeping with men that it potentially couldn't work out, and then I'd have given myself to them and they'd have entered my body and things like that. It was quite personal for me. I really didn't want anyone entering me, but I still wanted to feel that, you know, that romance. Do you get what I mean? That loving. So I decided to marry
So you
women.
did, okay, cool. So you was with your baby. So I'm assuming you dated guys before your baby father as well. So
Yeah.
you'd been dating guys like regular, and then when
Yeah.
your baby father did whatever he did, which was probably negative, you was like, yeah, I don't want, I want a connection, but not with men. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't want
then,
to sleep with
and
men.
okay, so what happened with these girls or women you was dating? Like, because
It
you
was
ended
just
up
one.
getting with a guy in the end.
Yeah, so it was just one, and I told them from the beginning. I told them from the jump that you will never meet my parents. I'm African, so
Oh
it's
my
just,
god.
it's not. Do you understand? It's not even acceptable, to be honest. But I know that I wanted that tenderness. I wanted that loving. I wanted that mutual understanding between two people. You know,
And you
I
thought
was
you
a
could
mum.
only find that with a woman at that
At
time.
the time,
At the time.
it was more conventional for me to find that with a woman because guess what? No pregnancy scares. You're not going to have me feeling some type of way because you're a man. You know, there were just certain things that I just didn't, you know, I
So
just
what
didn't
made
want
you?
to.
All right. So what made you go back? So okay, you're saying that you told the girl you're never gonna meet my parents. Blah blah. So when you was
Yeah,
dealing with the woman, did
yeah.
you? Was it like in your mind? Oh, this is just for now. This is a short term thing. I'm gonna end up going back to a guy anyway.
Yeah, 100%. I was gonna wait for a man who I felt like I would, you know, want to meet my parents. I would want to be serious. Look, if I didn't find somebody that was serious and that also took interest in my child, I would have continued dating women until that happened
Oh, so
because I
basically,
wanted that.
the women you was dating were basically placeholders.
No, I didn't use a woman for their experiences. I love women. I'm a feminist. I'm pro women. I love women. I genuinely love women in general, romantically, platonically, in every way.
So
I
you're
love
bi.
women.
So you're bi.
I would say that. I can find beauty in a woman. I can find peace in a woman. I can sit and have long conversations with a woman. I believe I can do that.
So
Yes.
who do
But I
you
can't.
who do you prefer being in a relationship with, a man or a woman?
A man, 100%. I would prefer, my ideal situation would be for me to be in a relationship with a man, but being with women is an experience that I can't compare to being with a man because it's not the same. I don't want to go off topic though, because I
No,
still
no,
want to
no.
talk about.
It's interesting. I was not I wasn't ready for this topic, so I think it's really interesting because to get into the mind of why, like, do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Because
so did the
I
girl
feel
ever
like,
meet? Did you see this woman that you was dating? Did she ever
yeah,
meet your kid?
of course she did.
Okay, all right.
But we never did anything funny around my kid. No lipsing around my kid. My kid saw her as an extended friend, like they would an auntie or a friend.
Oh,
So
okay.
they were just the same way as my sister would come over, my cousin would come over, my friends would come over. No, I was into feminine women. I don't really like masculine women. I think they've all got mental health issues, but I was
Oh,
into feminine women, and I also feel like as well being in relationships with women helped me understand myself a lot better as well. I'm on the spectrum. I struggled a lot with like my identity and everything else. So I felt like being in close connections with women, be it romantic, platonic, whatever,
do
helped
you have?
me
Would you say that you've
understand
got?
myself.
Would you say that you've got mental health issues?
Would I say I've got? I would say that I have emotional regulation issues. Yeah,
Wow.
I would say that.
Okay, that's interesting. Because do you know what's interesting? You said that you like
Yeah,
feminine women because you think masculine women have mental health issues,
yeah,
and then I've asked you, and then you've kind of confessed that you've got issues as well.
yeah.
So I don't know. Like people
I
can just
mean,
their own selection there, but I'm not gonna say nothing in it.
two mad people together is not better than one mad person and a sane person, is it? If I'm
I
just because
think
I'm
I
mad
think
doesn't mean
I
I should be with another mad
my
person.
my idea about this, and guys, all you guys trying, you men trying to join the live, I'm not gonna let you jump on, so stop trying to. Okay, I think, yeah, that like at the end of the day, you was dating men, yeah, and I think that you had a bad, really traumatic experience with the last guy because he gave you a kid and then kind of walked away, and I think that may have been the trigger for you to explore that life.
No, actually, I
Or was you
always
always dating
appreciated.
girls?
No, I wasn't dating girls. So I appreciated women. I've always appreciated women. I've never thought to myself, I'm going to be with one. But I'm sorry, once you've got to the stage where you've created life with someone and it hasn't necessarily worked out, how many failed experiments do you want me to have? I wasn't willing to risk it for a
Yeah,
cheeky
but not all
biscuit.
men are the same, because I could
I'm
ask
not
you this,
saying
yeah.
that, but
I could no,
clearly,
I know.
if
I'm
things
just
didn't
making a
work
point.
out with my baby father, right, that means that I also had things that I needed to work on, before I got into a relationship with another person.
Would you
And
say when okay? Because obviously this is about stepfather and single parents, yeah. So
right,
would you say that your behavior or your actions may have contributed to the breakdown of that relationship, or was it a fact of he just walked away?
it takes two to tango. If he walk, I mean, him walking away, he should be accountable in his own right of walking away from his own child. So that's for him to carry. In terms of what I took away from that relationship, not only was I naive, I was young, I chose the wrong person. I also trauma bonded with that person. There was a lot going on in that area for us to even meet. Do you understand? For us to have even met. Because when I look at him now, I swear to God, I wouldn't even give him directions.
Okay,
But
cool. And I've heard that from a lot of women that are in in this situation. They say the
yeah,
same thing. Oh, if I was to see my baby father now, I wouldn't have given the time of day. So, what kind of guy was he in the first place, and what
he was
attracted you to
he
him in
was
the first place?
everything that that traumatized me, but for some reason I loved. He was avoidant. He was, he had this, kind of personality. He was a little bit aggressive. I liked a lot of things that I shouldn't have liked at the time.
So, are you?
Toxicity.
Okay, cool. So, I'm getting a picture now of this guy. So, was he
Right.
like kind of like a bad boy, like
Yeah, bad boy,
bad boy? Yeah,
nonchalant, avoidant, that kind of it did what it did. It tickled me in the ways it needed to tickle me at the
yeah,
time. I was 19. So,
yeah, yeah.
I also didn't I didn't know then what I know now. Do you understand? So obviously, I wasn't gonna then go, okay, it didn't work out with my baby father. Let me take a rest and then take dating up another time with another man to then open my legs for another man, and then maybe that doesn't work out, and then I open my
Can I
legs
ask
for
you a
another
question?
man.
Can I ask you a question? Did
Yeah,
you have your dad in your life?
yeah, my dad was around, but that's the subjective because you can still have a dad in your life, and he's not. He doesn't love you in the way that you need.
Yeah, no,
My dad's always
I
been
totally
around though.
understand that. I'm just asking
Yeah.
because, like, a lot of times when you hear women say, "Oh, yeah, I picked the wrong type of guy," it's
Mhm.
like, well, did you have the right kind of father in the home? Like, do you get what I'm
My
saying?
parents are
And
married.
a lot of us, and me included, I didn't have my dad either. Like,
Mm.
when you don't have your dad, it's like you don't like from a man's point of view. When you don't have your dad as a boy, you don't really get a good idea of what a real man is or how he's meant to act or behave or the things he's meant to do. And then I think for the girls, when a girl doesn't have a good dad in the home, she doesn't know what a real man is either, and she doesn't know the qualities she's meant to be looking for when she's trying to find her own partner as an adult. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do agree with that. But for me, my parents are married. My attraction came from previous wounds, and that was just me reliving the cycle of toxicity. And that is how I met him, fell for him, stayed with him, got pregnant for him, thought he was going to stick around, even though he showed every sign that he wasn't. That was my own, that was my own takeaway from that relationship. But what I wasn't going to do is allow that to fail and then continuously date men. I wasn't going to do that,
How
but I
long did you
wanted
date?
that
How long
loving.
did you date that guy?
Not long at all. Not long at all. Honestly, it
Like
wasn't that
around
long.
about.
Ballpark, maybe a year, just under a year.
So you met him and then just under a year you fell pregnant for him.
Yeah,
Oh man,
at 19, it was awful.
that's unfortunate, man.
Yeah, man.
So when you found out you was pregnant, then what happened? You just bounced. Like what happened?
He tried to pretend to be supportive, but I also think he was quite scared, and didn't want to take responsibility. So over time, it was very evident what he was going to do by the way he was moving,
Was
like
you the same
very
age?
scarce. No, he was a lot older than me. This is what I mean. I had a lot to learn from my situation, trust me.
How old? Like around about how old was he?
Oh, almost twice my age.
What?
Yeah.
So he was like 28 or 29 or something.
He was like 32.
30.
Yeah. And I was
Wow.
19. I met him when I was 18. It's even worse.
And did you know his age?
Well, he lied about his age.
He was 32 and you was 19. That's
Yeah.
crazy because, like, at that age, you should be kind of like mature enough to at least, oh, if I produce a child, let me look after it. Like, that's crazy. That's mental.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like, so he was like basically still trying to be a bad man, like trying to live that lifestyle, trying to be like a GM.
Yeah, he was just trying to live out his youth or whatever. And I didn't see that at the time. I also, at the time, I hadn't had a lot of dating experience. So I just didn't really know what I was supposed to look out for.
When
And I
how did
was,
you like? I know I ask a lot of questions. I don't. I'm not trying to be like evasive, but like, so how did you meet this guy? Like,
so I used to work in Debenhams before they all closed down. And I met him when I was a skin specialist and he was just a client. You know, I just took his number. We started talking, realised he lived down the road from me. We used to smoke up, you know, after work.
oh God, yeah,
Yeah, man.
that's mad. That's
I
mad.
don't have
Let
older
me ask you
siblings.
this then. Let's move on from talking about him because he's not a good dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
like do you think that okay? If you have a son, yeah, I don't know if you have a son or a daughter, but would you advise your son to be open to dating single moms, or would you say no, find a woman that doesn't have kids? What would you say?
Do you want me to be honest with you?
Yeah, whatever you tell me.
From my own personal life experiences, I've realized that you can try to set yourself up in a way that best benefits you all the time and life just takes its course. So I would honestly advise my son to make decisions that he thinks are best and to do what makes him happy. And I would tell him what the pros and cons are of
Okay.
a situation that he presents to me. And the decision is for him. If he dates a baby mum and she ends up saying, well, he's not your kid anyway, you know, kicks him out and all of this stuff, then I'll be like, you know, such is life, my boy. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
you
but like,
move.
don't you think that like for me personally, if I have a son and he comes to me and like he has two girls that he's dating, yeah, one has a kid and one that doesn't have a kid, I'm gonna tell him to date the one that doesn't have a kid straight.
Yeah, yeah,
You get what I'm saying? And it's not me trying to be horrible, but it's just me being realistic.
yeah.
Like if he doesn't have kids himself, if he doesn't have a kid himself, I would say, my boy, you wanna you don't wanna put yourself in a situation you're taking on a huge responsibility and it's not really up to you like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and there's a lot of things that could go wrong in that situation. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that it's a real thing. Like if you have your own biological kids, that bond is unbreakable. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so that's just my take on it, man.
Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying, but personally, I mean, even for me, even with his stepdad coming on the scene, as I said, his stepdad had to ask. Like, obviously, we started dating, and then he was, as we share things with each other, I said, oh, you know, I've got a kid, I've got a 3-year-old. Okay. His first question, not gonna lie, what's the situation with the dad? Normal question for him to ask. I was very upfront and honest. I said, the dad doesn't care to know. You know, if you're dating me, I don't expect you to take on the role of a stepfather. And actually, through dating me and being around my son, when I eventually introduced them to each other, he actually took a liking to him, and he takes him to school. He takes him to after school clubs. I'm actually pregnant with my second. So,
Oh, okay.
you know,
Congratulations.
thank you. So we're like a family unit, you know, and it's very normal. And if something was to happen, God forbid, and, you know, our relationship deteriorated because he decided to take on the role of a stepdad off his own back, I would imagine that he would still play a role in my son's life. As I say, you can date
Would you
without.
say that your guy now, would you say that he came in and kind of saved the situation?
I already had a lot of support, but he definitely made me see that not all guys are the same. Yeah,
Now I'm talking about not just you. I mean in terms of your kid as well. Like,
like
because
in
at the end
terms
of
of
the
him
day,
having a
like,
father figure.
as I was saying earlier, like, I think, especially in our community, yeah, we really underestimate the significance of having a man, a good male role model in the home, especially for kids. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's balance. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that your guy, in my, this is just my opinion. I think he really come and saved the situation. I think he really saved it, and that's good that you're having a kid for him as well. So now at least like it's kind of cemented. It's all kind of glued together perfectly. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think so too. I do tell him that I'm very grateful for him, and him coming in my life it's changed things a lot. And I am his first baby mum as well. So this is his first child. So like, it's it's an ideal situation. I would also advise, mothers that want to have more children, but it didn't really work out with the first, probably not to be with a man that has kids unless something's happened with his baby mom and maybe he's got his kids. Do you get what I mean? So
What?
maybe, so you guys can just blend your families together and it's just like
Hold on, hold on,
a
hold on.
nice
So
little fix.
what did you just say? You said that if a woman's a baby mama, she should
Yeah.
get with a guy that doesn't have kids.
Yeah, or a guy that has kids and the mum's just like not around or she's died or something. Or she don't have custody.
I'll be real, yeah. I'll be real, yeah. Like, I don't think, like, you obviously, your situation, you found the guy and it worked out for you, yeah. But I'll be honest with you, yeah. Most guys I know these days, and if they don't have kids, they're not trying to date a woman with kids. They're not. They'll do it, but it's like not a serious thing. It's a joke.
A serious thing, yeah. I think with my partner, because I'm 24 and my partner is 28, and he's always wanted kids. So I think at the time when I fell pregnant, it was a no-brainer for us to keep it because he was like, bro, like I'm already looking after yours. Do you know what I mean? Like, might as well.
How long had he been with you before you got pregnant?
Couple years.
Oh, okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough,
Yeah.
fair enough. Because I was trying to make sure it wasn't a thing of you were just dating, you got pregnant, and then now he was locked in. Like, because that would have been a bit turning still.
To be honest, the I think we was already locked in, but the pregnancies definitely made us a lot more locked in. Like, for example, we
Yeah, of
didn't live
course.
together.
Yeah.
We didn't live together. He was definitely like a proactive stepdaddy, but we made it a point that we had our own space. But obviously now, we live together. So
Do you think there's any advantages for a guy being a stepdad? Do you think there's any advantages a guy gets from doing that?
if there's one advantage, I would say that a lot of dads make a lot of mistakes with their first child that they would have rather not have made. And when you are a stepdad, even if you as a man, you're in the situation and you're looking at it like, oh, I don't really think this is going to work out. There's a lot to learn from being a stepdad. And when I say being a stepdad, I don't mean dating a woman with kids. I mean being a stepdad. I think there's a lot to learn from being a stepdad. And when you do have your own children, you can apply that knowledge, especially if you didn't have a father yourself. I think that's a good advantage as well. Yeah. But
I'm not sure,
financially,
man.
probably not.
I'm not sure, man. I think that there's just a lot of, I don't know. You're taking on the responsibility of somebody else's child, and it's financial responsibility, emotional responsibility. Like, most relationships these days don't even work out. I just think that every guy should just have their own kid. And as I said, I think it's good that you and your man, you're having you lot's own kid as well. So now it's like your proper, it's all like, you know what I mean, like
My kid's
solid
too
now. Like,
young for it
but
to be like a major liability. It becomes a liability when the bonding with the child is difficult, disciplining the child is difficult, getting the child to listen to you is difficult. If you haven't been in a kid's life and you pop up when the kid is 8 years old and you're trying to tell him to do something, he will probably disrespect you if he's been living with his mum, because women are soft. If we're talking about male children, because my children are male, so if the mum is soft, it will be hard for a man to suddenly come in the house and try and find his place in the house.
that's a good
So
point you made. You made a really good point, yeah. And you said something about, you met your guy when your kid was 3, so it was an easy kind of transition to, like, having a, like, you lot being a family. So
yeah,
what age do you think it would be like kind of like a real big risk for a man to get involved with a baby mama? Like, what age would at what age is the child gonna be where you think, this is gonna be a mad difficult now, like this is gonna be crazy?
I would probably say like 7, around 7, 7 and upwards. It would be quite hard, just because boys tend to have a strong sense of self pretty early in their life, and it will be hard. I'm engaged, I'm not married. I hope I get married. I want to get married soon. I'm a makoti. But yeah, I think that's when it would be a
About
bit hard.
7, yeah.
I think about 7, yeah. I think about
So
7.
if a woman is a baby mama and her kid's like 10 years old, what do you think her options are like? Hello?
If a kid is 10 years old, I just think honestly, yeah, I just feel like you should navigate the relationship the way that the relationship wants to go. Like, don't try and be a stepdad if the kid is proving to be difficult. So if the kid is 10 years old and you're trying to have closeness with the kid and it's difficult, why would you willingly opt to be a stepdad to that kid that's clearly not
You
respecting
know
you?
what? I don't think a lot of guys I don't think a lot of guys are really thinking about the whole stepdad element. I think they're thinking they're attracted to this woman and they want the woman and the kid comes along with it. It's a package deal. I'm just being honest. Like,
It depends.
I'll be
People
real.
date
I'll
for
be
different
real. I'll
reasons.
be
People
real.
date for different reasons,
I'll be
honestly.
now. Men are pretty, like,
Some
consistent,
mums, let me tell you
bruv.
something. Some mums, yeah, they will see their person that they're dating when their kid is at their mum's house or when their kid is somewhere else, and because they want
Yeah.
to go out and have fun, they want to drink cocktails. Do you understand? They don't want to be doing up. You might not even see the kid, to be honest. Like, if it depends
Yeah,
how you're
but
dating.
eventually, if you're gonna if you're dating for like seriousness, that is a part of the
Yeah, then
deal.
that's
But that's
women
what I'm
that
saying.
date
A
for
lot of guys,
seriousness.
listen. A lot of guys, yeah, when they date single baby mamas, yeah, they're just looking at it as, this is a joke. This is just for fun. I'm just gonna mess around with her for a little bit and then bounce. But is that,
You
as
can't
as
if
a,
you're
as a person,
dating.
as a woman that's got a kid, like,
Yeah.
is that how you
But
want to live
I
your
can't be
life? Like,
dating with a kid and then I'm experimenting and every single experiment has met my kid. That's reckless endangerment. It doesn't even make sense. Like, a lot of the time, if I'm scoping you out, you're not even gonna see him with your eye. It's pictures, babe. It's photographs. Do you understand?
yeah, but
You
I'm
might
saying
see him on
most of
a
these. No, but
FaceTime.
I'm saying, yeah, these guys, they don't want to see the kid anyway. It's not like the guys want to see the kid. They don't want to. They just want to see you sleep with you and then bounce. That's the reality. That's the truth. Like,
I think with my guy, honestly, like, he's my bestie. When we met, we had a little bit of a party culture. We liked going out a lot. We like doing things together, spending time together. And I had my own yard. So it's very easy when you're dating a man and you got your own yard to be, and or they've got their own yard to be chilling at each other's yard. Obviously, I got a kid, so you're gonna see my kid eventually when you start chilling at my yard, and then eventually, my kid's gonna do a poo and you're gonna clean it, and then eventually, You're going to pick him up from school, and then eventually you're going to go and watch his performance, his Christmas nativity, and then eventually, do you understand? It's all gradual.
Would you advise like younger women to like try their best not to become a single mum or baby mama?
100%. I'm in uni now. I do like alternative medicine. The only reason I'm in uni now is because I had to figure out what I wanted to do before I said I was gonna like pay school fees or whatever. But I feel like if I did a lot of things beforehand and I set myself up in a way beforehand, my kid wouldn't have had to witness a lot of under eye bags, if I'm being honest. So I would advise women to do a lot of self-discovery, self-searching, establish a strong sense of self, establish what you want to do, a career. Because look at me, I was 19, I got taken advantage of by a big man because I wanted to be outside. I thought I was grown.
So like you don't really take any kind of accountability for what happened?
Of course I do. Whoa. I said I just said I wanted to be grown.
You got taken advantage of, but like really and truly, it was kind of like joint enterprise, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was joint enterprise, but at the same time,
yeah. So you didn't get taken advantage of. Like I would agree that he was young and he was old, and he should have known better. And if he was gonna do this, he should have been ready to take care of his kid. And I don't agree with that at all.
No, I was 19.
I wouldn't say
at the
that.
Time.
I wouldn't necessarily say he took advantage of you, like because the reason why I say that is because
I'm not going to explain the full situation on here.
Listen, if you're 19 years old, and you commit a serious crime, you're going big man prison, bro. So how can you be
King Riches?
But you're still an adult though. To the rest of the world.
Riches. I'm not going to explain the full situation in terms of the details of our relationship, because me saying I was 19 and him being the age he was is not the definitive reason for me saying that I feel like he took advantage of the situation. Do you understand? There's a lot of factors in it that I don't feel like I have to explain here.
No, you don't.
Yeah, but there's a lot of factors in it. Listen, trust me, I am the word accountable. You cannot tell me I haven't learned what I needed to learn. I definitely have. But, he had his own part to play in the situation, as did I. And I wouldn't advise other women to do or make the decisions that I made in my situation, knowing what I know now that I didn't know then. I'm not trying to do the victim blaming thing, but obviously things happen in life and you can't always blame the world or other people for the way that a situation panned out. You also, when you come away from the situation, it's you coming away from the situation, and you can only hold yourself accountable for the part that you played in it. And I played a part in it. I did. I'm the one that cocked up legs.
Do you think that a lot of women end up being baby mamas because they like bad boys?
Some baby dads are not bad boys. For me, mine was a bad boy, but some baby dads are not bad boys. Some baby dads they just haven't done enough growing and they're not ready to have kids. And they tell you that as well.
Maybe not, when I say bad boy, maybe not just like, typical, he's like some street dude, but like, they like guys that are like toxic, or they like guys that are, they're a guy that is kind of, he knows how to get women, he gets women easily, he may be very attractive, he may be a street dude, like those type of dudes, like, and then they go with these dudes, they sleep with these dudes unprotected, and then become baby mamas, and then after they look for a stable, solid, sensible guy after. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I feel like that's some women's journey, innit? That's just some women's journey. Like, whoever don't hear must feel. I'm sure we was all warned about these things beforehand and we didn't want to listen. So, we decide, we made the decision. And a lot of the time, I've read a lot of psychological studies, and you even said at the beginning of the live yourself, a lot of our attraction is actually based on paternal and maternal relationship dynamics. So a lot of women may pursue people that carry traits of their father, or because they didn't have a father and they're looking for a surrogate father figure, and a lot of men, vice versa. So I feel like maybe that is just those women's journey, and I just pray that everybody kind of doesn't have to learn the hard way, to be honest. That's it.
That's why I think these conversations are important, and it's funny because a lot of times, like when someone like me has these conversations, a lot of times women get upset and they think I'm trying to be horrible and nasty, but the truth is the truth. Do you get what I'm saying? And so I think it's very important that people hear the reality and not be, I don't know, get swept up in this cloud of lies. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But let me ask somebody else. All right, Big Mama, what do you think about the conversation? What do you think?
Hi. To be honest with you, I don't feel like it's an ideal situation, and I wouldn't advise anybody to become a step parent, whether that's a stepmom or a stepdad. Each to their own, though, obviously. But I have heard stories of parents, step parents that have come into children's lives, and they've ended up very hurt as a consequence of them trying to actually be there for that child. And I've heard of stories of
Can you speak louder? Because you sound far away.
oh, sorry. I said I've heard of scenarios where a man has become a stepdad and the child's grown up. The child's now a teenager. He cannot tell this teenager anything. Can't give him no discipline. The teenager is now making the mum choose between him or the stepdad. So I think it's a bit of a difficult situation to put yourself in. If you are prepared to go through all of that, then yeah, hats off to you, but I wouldn't advise it to anyone.
So, like, if you had the situation of your son coming to you saying, "Mom, I really like this girl. She's got a kid, though." Like, what do you think? What would you say to him?
No, absolutely not. If he doesn't have children himself, then you go for someone who doesn't have children. It's too much headache. Yeah. And as a woman as well, like most people, to be fair, women do tend to get with men that have kids more and be like in serious committed relationships with those type of men. But I don't think men that often take women that serious with kids.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think men take baby mamas seriously. I just don't think. I mean, they not on the whole, not generally. Do you get what I'm saying? Like me personally, I wouldn't even mess around with a woman with kids because I'd be scared what if she got pregnant? I'd be scared, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, but that's just my take on it, innit? Like I've messed with back in the day, messing around with girls that got kids, and like every time being shook, bro. Like, oh my god, if she got pregnant, oh my god, like.
But why does that scare you? Because you don't want a woman who's got multiple children.
Yeah, 100%. Like, my mindset is this, because obviously I didn't have my dad in it. Yeah, my mindset is this. If I have a kid with a woman, yeah, I want it to be, that's my ready-made family. Even if it's like even if I'm not even really with her like that, yeah, I would still make it as I'm having kids with her, and that's it. Like, I'd probably have another kid with her.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And I don't want to have multiple baby mamas. I don't. That's one thing. I don't want that for my life at all.
And also, men are quite, what's the word? Territorial?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if a man's already left his mark on you, it's like, like when dogs go and sniff a lamppost. I'm going to use that example. And they can smell another dog's pee on there. They don't pee there. They go somewhere else. It's the same thing. A man's already left his mark on you. The chances are very slim that he's going to take you seriously.
I also think about the situation. I let the new guest speak as well. I always think about the situation of, like, maybe the baby father is around. maybe he is around, because you know sometimes you hear women say, "Oh yeah, me and my baby daddy, we're cool. You know, like there's no beef between us. He's a good dad. He looks after. Da, 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 da." You know, I've even heard a woman say, "Oh yeah, he's my best friend. He's my bestie," and I'm thinking, he's definitely still getting the box. You're sleeping with him, bro. Like, and even if it's not that, like, bruh, like he is the biological father of those children. He has a right in this situation. Do you get what I'm saying? He has a say because that's his flesh and blood. Do you get what I'm saying? And even if the woman says that she doesn't like him, well, you must have liked him quite a bit to go and push out a child for him. That's just my mindset. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know.
I agree. Could I just ask one question before I finish? Because someone left a comment that's quite interesting. Do you think it matters if, for example, the woman's been married and she's had kids and now she's a divorcee, or does it anything make it different for you guys?
I don't think it's different if she's been married. I don't think so. If she's been married, so what, bro? Like obviously that shows a different level, but again, I think that to be honest with you, I think most marriages and relationships are ended by women anyway. So she probably ended it. The probability is she ended the marriage. So I don't know. Like I just think, as if you're a guy that doesn't have kids, why are you gonna get into these kind of turbulent situations? Why? What is the benefit of doing this? I don't understand. Like, and I'd let the new guest speak. What you got to say about the topic?
Hi everyone. No, so obviously me.
Can you talk a bit
Can you hear me?
louder and clearer?
Is it not clear?
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so obviously me, I wouldn't date anyone with a kid because I don't have a kid. So I wouldn't date anyone with a kid at all.
So you agree? Do you agree that like guys that? So do you think that a guy, if a guy doesn't have a kid, he shouldn't date a baby mama?
Yeah, I mean it's his choice, but I think it's better to not know. Maybe if she has one, maybe.
Maybe if
But
she has one.
even then, no, 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 no. Even me, even if they have one, no, no, no. I stay away. Like I stay away. I don't have no kids, so I'm not dealing with that stress or whatever. Or yeah, or not being number one. Like no, it
Oh,
don't make
okay.
sense to me. Yeah, it don't make sense in my head at all.
Why
And I
do you
think
think? Why do you think a lot of girls or women get upset when they hear men say that they don't want to date women with kids? Why do you think they get upset?
because they have kids. But you know what? My cousin, I was talking to my cousin about it because she was telling me how, my cousin don't have no kids, but she's saying because she's a bit older than me. I'm only 24. She's like 27. She was saying a lot of the men them around her age have kids already, so she's probably gonna be looking for someone that has kids. But I'll tell her don't, because that's settling. That's settling at that point. Because she even knows in herself she don't want someone that has kids. But she's saying because the man, everyone around her has kids, she's settling. You know what I mean?
No, but
She
I
says
don't.
she has
I'll
to.
be real. Yeah, I'll be real. I don't think most guys have got kids. Like that.
I don't either.
That's what she said. That like the people around her mainly have
Yeah,
kids.
the
Even
people
her,
around
even
her.
her friends and everything.
Yeah, but can I ask? Is
You
she like
and
is she in the hood?
no, she lives in like Finsbury Park
Yeah,
side.
but I'm
So
okay. Is the guys that are around it, are they kind of like hood or street kind of dudes, or are they like what kind of dudes is she around? Because if she's saying all the guys around her have kids, that means all the
yeah,
guys
like
around
in
her are the same
ones
type
that
of guy,
moved to
probably.
yeah, she says the one. No, but I actually think it's kind of true. Like the older you get, the less like there's a lot more people that have kids. The older you get, you know what I mean? She's almost
Yeah,
30.
obviously, yeah, of course, yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. But at the same time, there's a lot of guys who don't have kids. Like I think that a lot of you women would be surprised that there's a lot of guys out here that don't have kids, bro. Now I will say this: guys that you lot probably find attractive, yeah, those ones will have kids. Like so the older you get, the pool of guys you find attractive is that are available to you, or don't have kids, that's gonna shrink significantly because those guys have been out there. You're not the first girl to see that guy, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Someone said it in the chat. Her type has kids. That's it. Her type has kids. Because there's a lot of guys that women just ignore and reject and, oh, you're not good enough for me. Those guys don't have kids, bro.
I don't know, innit? But obviously, me personally, I would prefer to go for them than the person with kids. Sorry. Like, it's
Okay.
crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Would you say, because you say you're 24, yeah, would you say that a lot of girls you know at your age, at 24, a lot of them have got kids?
What? Literally, no. I only have one friend that has a kid, and she's like, her situation is just different. Like, she's had a kid from 17, so
She had a
yeah,
kid at 17.
yeah, so
I
yeah.
hear that. I hear that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what's
Lucky
mad?
her.
Like, I had a friend of mine, yeah, that he lived up the road from me. He had a kid when he was 14 and the girl was 17.
What?
Yeah. So like basically when we was young, innit? Yeah. I used to go to his house all the time, and then literally his son would come in the room and watch Sky music videos with us, and I'll be like, raw, this is mad. Like, I didn't really even understand the gravity of this thing. Like, I didn't understand because I was young. Like, and I think what the problem is that, like, and again, he didn't have his dad in his life. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think that, like, I don't know, man. A lot
That's
of
great.
guidance, bruv.
Great, that's great from the woman.
I
Because
don't.
if it was the other way around, it would be great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great. Yeah, it was great. And then she had, and I was mad because I remember I saw him not too long ago, yeah. And like, I saw him and I saw his boy, and his boy looked like us, bro. His boy looked like us.
What do you mean he looked like us?
I didn't even know it was his son. I was like, what the
Oh.
hell? Who is that? Yeah, he's like, oh, that's my boy, remember? And I was like, what? I was like, bruv, I was giving the old uncle talk. Like, I was like, I remember when you was this small. You don't remember me? Bruv, it's mad. It's mad. But anyway, so that's kind of going off topic. What do you lot think about when and this is a question to all the women on the panel, yeah? What do you lot think about it when a woman has multiple kids with multiple men? What do you lot think about that?
Sorry, I missed the question. I didn't hear the question.
What do you think? What is your opinion on women who have multiple kids with multiple men?
It's a problem, and it don't look good. It doesn't set a good example to the children as well. Yeah, I think you should just try and keep it at a minimum. Don't have too many baby dads. It's not a good look.
That's why for me, I was like, I hope this is if you better be a woman. I know this new one, but anyway, yeah.
Hi, can I say something quickly?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so when you said, what do you think about women that have multiple baby dads? I genuinely think that it's unfortunate circumstances. So let me explain. So my mum, for example, all my siblings have different dads. My mum, I'm the youngest, and my mum married my dad, and they're happily married. You know, I had a great childhood, lived in one house my whole life, never had to worry about anything. So, but my mum did originally come from Jamaica. So I believe that women that have multiple baby dads, I genuinely think it's just an unfortunate situation. It's an unfortunate circumstance. It could be like from trauma in their childhood, for example, they had no dad, or their dad didn't show up for them, or you know, I think that there's so many mistakes women can make, and sometimes some people need to make 1,000 mistakes until they don't make mistakes anymore. But I just think everybody's different. What's your response to that?
I think that is very dangerous rhetoric to say people need to make 1,000 mistakes. That's a
Maybe
very
not a
dangerous way
thousand,
of
maybe
thinking.
not, yeah, maybe not 1,000, but everybody's different. Everyone has a different childhood and everyone has different experiences. So I don't think it's fair to judge women that, not just because of my mum, but a lot of women have multiple baby dads, even 2 baby dads or 3 baby dads. Like, I don't think that it's fair to judge them, don't you think?
No, but I don't think that's
I want to ask you a
optimal
question, Richard.
situation though.
I want to ask you another question, which is,
Go
what
on.
do you think about women that have multiple babies by the same baby dad
Yeah.
that is financially, physically, and verbally abusive?
If the man's a first of all, like if a man is a bad person, yeah, like at the first instance that you realize that this is a very bad toxic person, yeah, you should probably cut off from them. Why would you carry on reproducing with them?
Yeah, but some people
That don't make
don't.
sense. Now think about it.
That
Just
woman
think, just
goes
think,
on.
just think, just think. Take a second to think. Let's say you've had one child with this person. You realize that this person is bad news. Yeah? Why would you carry on having more children with them? Because it's not
So
only you putting yourself at risk, now you're putting the children at risk as well.
let me give you a hypothetical situation, okay? When the woman met him, he was showing all the signs of a good father. You guys fathered one child together. Not long after the birth of the first child, you had another child with him. So now you're on baby number 2. And after baby number 2, maybe life gets very stressful. He's under a lot of pressure. He starts to turn into, the broken version of himself, quite a toxic individual. He doesn't even mean to be doing what he's doing, but he's doing it to you and it's not good to you and you need to leave, right?
Yeah.
So you've decided to take your 2 children that you have with this man and you've decided to leave. Does your life end there? Or is it that when you do eventually meet another person, you shouldn't have a child with them because you don't want to have multiple baby fathers?
I just think that at the end of the day, like life is not fair, bro. That's what I think. Like, and I think that if you in that specific situation, like, yeah, you have to get away from that guy. You have to, like, for yourself, for your kids, and for him as well. Like,
So then it's not fair
in
to
terms
judge.
of what you go, in terms of what you do from that point on, I'm sorry. The reality is your options are going to be restricted significantly. They are. It's just the facts. It's just the facts. It's like if a guy is broke and he hasn't got no money, most women are not going to want to date him. That's it. Now he might be a good person, a nice person, a loving person, but most women are not going to give him a chance. That's life.
Yeah, that's life, but then it's also not fair to judge women that have to go through stuff like that. Like women actually genuinely struggle on a day-to-day basis. For example, let's say I had 4 kids with this random guy that was my husband, and then he
You wouldn't be
decided
a
to
random
cheat.
guy, would
Okay,
you, if you were
sorry,
husband?
wrong choice of words, but my husband, and he cheated on me, and then I decided to leave. But if I didn't leave, everyone will be calling me an idiot. But then if I do leave, then I'm also stuck in a situation where I'm going to be struggling. It's going to be difficult to find men
That
that
because
actually
you
At
have
have
the end of the
4
day,
kids,
experience.
bro,
why are you looking to
if you've
date?
had listen,
You
if
should be
you've gone and
kiddie
had
based
4
and kitchen based.
hold
That's
on,
what I'm saying.
hold on. If you've had 4 children, your life is not all about you and finding some new willy no more. Your
Okay,
life
it's
is
not
about your kids now. You've
okay.
got 4 of them. In this scenario you just gave me, you just said 4 kids. Bro, you're only one person, like, so you're gonna be spread very thin. So you need to be focused on each and every one of those kids, not on trying to find some new willy. I'm sorry, like life is not fair. That's the reality, bro.
Of course, no, definitely. But I do believe that everyone does deserve love. All women deserve love. So hypothetically, let's say your kids let's say they all got to like the ages of 18, 17. So they were basically adults. And then you wanted to start dating again, but then it's difficult to date once you have all of these kids. What do you think about
No,
that?
it would be different if all your kids are all grown up adults. I mean, it would be a completely different situation. To like, it'd be like if a woman's got 4 kids and they're all between the ages of 3 and 12, is a different situation to a woman having for 18-year-olds or 20-year-olds. That's like the men that should be dating would be in a different place in life, a different understanding of life, and probably be
No,
looking
of
for
course.
something else. It'd be different.
So do you think, like, if a woman has, for example, multiple small children, and she has had to leave that relationship for whatever reason, or she's widowed, or whatever the case may be, baby dad's just not around, right? Do you think that she should be more so focused on raising those children by herself, as opposed to
Yes.
looking for a partner that
Yes.
can help her
Yeah,
with those
yeah,
children?
yeah. Because
Or
like,
she
think
should
about it.
just
Yeah,
cut her losses and raise those kids alone?
yeah. I'm sorry, and I know this sounds mean, but bro, like, you've got children now. Like, you're not a single person anymore, bro. You're not just a girl out there in the world, a woman just out there in the world no more. You are responsible for other people now. Like, so the dating shouldn't. You've got more than one kid, especially if you've got two or more. You shouldn't really be thinking about Willie. I'm sorry, like, that's just my take on it, like, because your situation is completely different now. Do you get what I'm saying? And dating takes time and energy and effort as well. Like, do you know what I mean?
Take into consideration how those children might actually feel about bringing a stepdad into the house. You don't know. Kids they naturally love their dad. They love their mom. Their love is unconditional, right? So why are you bringing up this man in the house? They're gonna feel a type of way. To be honest with you, like,
That's what I say. It's very important that I think women need to have this understanding of get married before you have kids. Because
Okay, but that
if
still
you get
doesn't
married,
say.
listen, if you get, like, obviously everything is not perfect in this world, yeah. But if you think about it logically, if you get
Gone
married to
outside.
somebody, yeah,
He's coming back.
and then you're married to them for a little bit of time, then you plan to have children together, you're gonna have a better
into the shop.
chance of it being successful than if you're just dating someone, you're just going out with them, you're just sleeping with them, then you have a kid. All right, cool. We're a family now. I don't think that's the best course of action.
Yeah, families
Being
need.
honest.
That's why there's family planning, in my opinion. But obviously, not every single family situation is planned. We can't cry about it. Do you know what I mean? You have to get
Yeah,
on
but
with
you
it.
can plan to get married with someone, and you can plan to, like, protect yourself from pregnancy.
Yeah,
You
but
can't just plan. It's not only just plan
But you
one
know,
thing
when you
in
get
life. You
married,
plan
yeah,
everything.
you know that marriage doesn't, like, I know a lot of married girls that are single mums. And I say
Okay,
that,
but they still, at the end of the day, if you get married to somebody, they've made a declaration of commitment to you. I'm saying that is a better. You've got a better
no, they've
chance.
just
I'm not saying
married
it's
you.
perfect. I'm not saying it's
They've just
perfect.
married you. They haven't made a declaration of shit.
Yes,
no,
they
They've
but
have
just
that's the
because
married
they're
you.
married to
problem.
you.
Yeah, marriage is actually a very important and sacred thing. Like, I think people have
I
lost
think
the
marriage
value
is
of
important
marriage.
as
It's not
well. I
just
do
they've
think
just
marriage is
married
important.
you.
But for us to be using marriage as an anchor, as a solution to some of the problems that we're talking about is insane. Yeah, your chances of
No,
your
no.
chances. Okay, can I? Because everyone's got a
Of
difference of opinion, and I
Go
respect
on, go on,
everyone's
go on. Say your
difference.
thing.
Okay, so there's your chances of struggling are lessened significantly when you get married. I don't know the percentage because I'm not here to do the statistics, but I think we can all agree that having children in a marriage is more secure than not being married and just boopsing and being boyfriend and girlfriend and just getting together and having a family. But
yes.
within that dynamic, you also have to consider that there is a chance. I don't know how big the chance, but there is also a chance that that marriage actually didn't change anything for you, and you will still be doing the night shifts with your newborn baby, and your man will be snoring there next to you like
Depends
a
on the man
loaf
that you
of bread.
pick.
Yeah, but like that, there's a chance of everything, bro. There's a chance that if you get on the airplane might crash. But you still get on the airplane to go to different
And
countries. So
that's what I'm not
that's not
disputing.
really, that's
I'm
not
not
really,
disputing it. When you get
huh?
married, you have. I'm not disputing that at all. But when you get married, you have definitely significantly reduced your chances of struggling alone. You need to
Yeah.
understand that I'm on your side, but I'm
Yeah.
just
I
showing
know,
you
but like this
another
is the thing.
avenue
This
of
is the
the
thing. Like
realities of
I
life.
get what you're saying. Your expression.
I'll give you this example, yeah. I'm an African, yeah. I'm an African. Now, thank God my mum raised me here, because if my mum didn't raise me here, I would probably be a pick me auntie who also, thought that marriage was going to give me some type of, or I would have raised myself to be somebody's kitchen based, kiddie based wife. Fortunately, my mum fought for us to come here, and I don't have to struggle with certain things that she had to think about. I don't even have to think about some of the things my mum had to think about, right? And when I look at a lot of my aunties' marriages and a lot of women in my community's marriages, they're single mums, bro. They're single mums. They're just married. And there's a house there which also gives financial security to your children. But I'm also now learning that when these men die, they got bare kids around. Do you know what I mean?
Do you think that?
So
Yeah, but that can happen here as well, though.
But
a
Dan,
hundred.
don't you think
No, I'm
that?
not saying it. I'm not talking about it happening in Africa. What I'm talking about is Munslow's hierarchy of need, and I know you know what I'm talking about. Our parents. I don't know where you guys are from, but as an African, our parents have gone through certain things that enable us to learn from their experiences.
Yeah.
And I have seen with my own eyes, yeah, that the women around me that I looked up to and that hold their marriage so high in the sky, the marriage is just poo poo in a golden cup. That's it.
I get that. I get that. And that's your experience and that's valid, yeah. But what I'm saying is that I'm still saying what I'm saying, innit? And it is still the fact, and you've said it as well, that you've got a better chance that you're not gonna struggle if you get married. So think about if why are we gonna focus on what happens the minority of time this could happen, like, because really and truly that's scaremongering people, like women particularly, from marriage. But we're not scaremongering women from becoming baby mamas though. Do you get it? Like that is not commonplace
But I
in this
think that's
society.
because
It's
a
not.
lot of women.
Hold on. It's not commonplace in this society to discourage women from becoming baby mamas. It's not commonplace. It's actually, oh, you're strong and you're independent and you did it all by yourself and you're the mum and you're the dad. But there's a lot of scaremongering telling women, oh yeah, don't be a pick me. You're gonna get married and be some guy's slave and blah blah blah, bro. Like I think there's an imbalance with what
I do think
the
that
ideas
a
that
lot
are
of
getting
women
pushed onto women these days. I
No, I
think there's
do
an
think a lot of
imbalance.
women these days are actually advising other women not to breed for guys. I think a lot of women actually are encouraging women to be on contraception. They're encouraging women to just be abstinent altogether. They're encouraging
Why is there a
women
rise of
to
single mothers? Why is the percentage of single mothers still going up?
because the government has made it beneficial, babe. I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of these single mothers that I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of these, especially young single mothers that you see, they say that it's way more favorable for you to be. I mean, I know a lot of girls, yeah, that was in a relationship and they were struggling with their baby or whatever because maybe they're at home with the baby and their partner, or maybe they didn't set themselves up financially before they had kids and their partner's also not helping them with money for the kid or whatever. So they've gone somewhere and the literal government has told them to sign up, have another one, and they can increase their income. I know, and like it's a thing that's being
So
pushed.
then that actually proves my point.
Right,
That actually proves my point.
right.
I
But the
appreciate you
government pays
hoping,
for
but that
baby
proves my
mums, and
point
that's
still.
why most women. I mean, they say, "Oh yeah, have a baby, you get a council house." Have you not heard that before? Have you not heard
Yeah, of
that
course.
women are having children to get council houses? Is that a new thing? It's not.
No,
They've been doing it
and
for
this is what I'm
time.
saying. This is what I'm saying.
So that's why it's pushed. That's the reason why it's pushed because
But that's the
No,
they've
but it's
problem.
pushed. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Like, at the same time, this is being pushed and women are getting incentivized to do this thing. But then at the same time, women will be complaining and saying, men are deadbeats, men are this, men are that. I've had to struggle and do it all by myself, blah, 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 blah. And it's just like, and then they'll be like, oh yeah, men should be open to dating single mums. Like, no, bro.
I don't
No.
agree with that. Men should date who they want to date, and you shouldn't tell somebody to put themselves in a situation that's not beneficial for them. I don't agree with that. But what I'm saying is, you can't say that more women are pushing for women to become single mothers, because I don't think it's the
No, I'm
women
not
that
saying
are
I'm
pushing
not
other
saying
women to
women are
become
saying
single
become
mothers. I
single
don't think
mums.
so.
I'm not saying they're telling women to become single mums. It is not. There's no kind of like negative connotation to it. There's not really like, it's like women kind of you lot gas each other up. Like you lot, so oh yeah, she's
Because
strong,
we
she's strong,
don't
she
have a
did it all by
choice. Do you
herself. Da, da,
think
da,
we
da.
came here
There's
to
no
suffer?
kind of like everyone needs to avoid getting into this situation. This is not good.
When I
This is
came
not a
into
good
your live,
situation. Like,
I never ever promoted
I'm not
my
talking about you
situation.
specifically though.
No, I'm just saying, like, I don't think a lot of let me tell you something,
There
yeah.
are though.
If there are a lot of women, yeah, that are like, oh yeah, you can do it, you know, big up the single mothers out there, it's genuinely because, yeah, they're not going to sit there feeling sorry for themselves, are they? They have to
Very
have some type
true.
of empowerment. They have to empower each other because that's their situation. Do you understand?
But
If they're in a
advising,
situation, they're going to empower each other. They're going to be like, yeah, come on, girl,
So
you
if
can
you've
do it.
made poor choices in your life that's put you in a tight situation, everyone that's in that tight situation should big each other up and say, yeah, you know what, we're doing it. No, no, that's not realistic.
So what? They should
It's
be
not
bringing each other
realistic. No,
down. They should be saying, you
but
silly
why don't they
woman,
tell
the
each other
truth
not
spread your legs.
the
You know,
truth
what do you want
is
them to
we need
say
to
to each
talk.
other? People want comfort. That's the
advise other
truth.
women not to get themselves into that situation?
That's
Yes,
it.
but
Right there.
women that are already single mums, yeah. We're not talking about women that are not single mums, and we're now saying big up yourself, become a single mum. We're talking about women
I
that are
know.
already empowering single mums. Do you
So
understand what I'm
why?
saying
But
to you?
I understand what you're saying. But the problem is, why is that like being a single mum so celebrated, but being married is
Why
shamed?
wouldn't it
Wait, I
be
haven't even finished the
celebrated?
question.
Yeah.
Why is it? Why is being married shamed?
Being a
Why do they have
wife,
to
why is
avoid
that not
that?
what?
You guys are not making any sense. Being a single mom is not celebrated. It's not
But they
celebrated.
big each
If
other
I'm a
up.
single mom, and there's 10 other single mums, I'm not gonna be like to the other single mums, oh, do you know what? Don't have like, oh, like this was not a good idea. Like you're a single mom. Like where's your man? Like we're not gonna act like that. We have to embrace what we're going through.
Their
I mean, I'm not
situation.
exactly like I don't know what you want single mums to do.
Single mums to
I think
do.
I
They
no
should
what I
sit there and cry.
hold on, hold
Like,
on, hold on,
what?
hold on. The truth is the truth at the end of the day. Like, you lot don't like hearing the truth. That's what it is.
I
What do
think
you
they
mean?
know the
What
truth.
does that
Bro,
even
no,
I
no, no,
think
no,
they
mean?
hold
know
on,
the
hold on,
truth
hold on, hold
because
on,
they're
hold
the
on.
one living it.
Hold
They're the
on,
one
hold
waking
on.
up
When
every
a
day
guy
when
is
they don't
broke,
want to,
listen,
and the kid has
listen,
called their name
listen,
10
listen,
times.
listen. When a guy is broke, he's broke. Yeah? When
Mm,
a guy's ugly, he's ugly. When a guy's short, he's short.
yeah.
Yeah? So why is it when it's time to say some real stuff to a woman that, like, bro, you're a single mom, you made some poor choices in one way or another, you made some poor choices, and
Yeah.
if it was forced on you, then it was a crime.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't forced on you, it's
Yeah.
joint enterprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so at the end of the day, like, bro, this is not a dynamic that needs to be embraced.
So wait, do
Yeah.
This is
you
a
think
dynamic that needs to be
So
discouraged.
what would you
Listen,
so
listen, listen,
rather
listen,
single
listen,
mothers say
listen,
to each
listen. Do
other?
not interrupt. Let me just say this thing. This is not a situation that needs to be embraced, because when you embrace it, but subconsciously you are kind of what's it?
In it. No,
You're
no,
accepting it
yeah.
and celebrating it because
Yeah,
you're
babe.
embracing it, bruv. It needs to be
Bedtime.
discouraged.
It's bedtime.
And I'm somebody that comes from one of those homes.
You can have it tomorrow, okay?
I'm somebody that comes from one of those homes, bruv, and it wasn't easy. Yeah? So that's all I'm saying. But go on.
I think when it.
oh yeah, you go on.
No, actually, because there's actually someone that's coming here that I haven't heard speak, so I'm gonna let her talk, and then I'm gonna
Oh
say
yeah,
what I'm gonna say
the new
after.
guest, yeah, new guest.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you guys. I hope everyone's having a good evening.
Yeah, we all good.
Good. I
Can you talk closer
just
to the
came
mic?
in
I
at
can't hear you.
yeah, sorry, I came in at the last minute. think it might be someone's background.
Oh, might be mine. Hold on.
What?
Is that better?
Hello?
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah. Go on.
Perfect. I came in at the last minute. Sorry, I just saw Stepdads as the title and just came in.
Yeah.
So what was the topic? Sorry.
Oh, so basically, in a quick one, it's like these days, like instead of women being kind of encouraged to be wives, you know, or the whole idea of a woman becoming a wife and being embraced, like for some reason, in comparison, when women become baby mamas, that's embraced.
No, it's not.
And then,
I'm confused.
pardon?
Being a baby mum is not embraced. Nobody says, "Oh, do you know what? You should go have a baby next week." Like nobody acts like that.
No,
like,
that's different. That's not what embrace means. That's not what embrace means.
Let me explain what he's saying.
Hold on. Let me just reply to what she said.
Yeah.
You know what you said is different to being embraced. You just said nobody's saying go and become a baby mama. That's actually that's telling somebody to do something. That's direction. That's telling somebody. That's encouraging a behavior. Embracing something is different. Mm-hmm. When you embrace it, that's like it's I accept it. It's the norm. We're accepting this. That's two different things.
So what he's saying is, yeah, we're basically, what he's trying to say is that women are discouraged to get married, and then when women do become baby mums, they're empowered. I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Okay, I
He's
understand.
not wrong.
I also think that there's multiple married single people. People don't even enjoy being married these days. So really and truly, it's just like you have to kind of weigh up the pros and cons. I think it's more about luck than it is about whether you pick a good partner. Anyone can think their partner's good for like 3 years and then their partner could just turn around and be a whole complete different person. Like, I don't think that it's about, oh, you need to pick the right partner so you don't end up as a single mom.
I think who you pick is very important, actually.
I think that's important, but people tend to not show their true colors straight away. Like, people change, like situations change, don't you think?
But I think, I'll be honest with you, from all these conversations I've had with women over all these years, a lot of you lot pick men based on superficial things. So like if you pick men based on superficial things, like how cute he is, how tall he is, how big his willy is, what kind of car he drives, I mean, you're looking for problems, bro.
I agree. I agree completely. But I also think that there are women that don't look at things in that way and actually go for men. Yeah, I do believe that. I genuinely believe that.
At what age?
At what age? I couldn't specifically tell you at what age, but I do think that there are women that don't look just for those things. Like, I don't know.
The reality is, that when women are young women in their prime, they're looking for superficial things primarily. That's the truth. Okay. Like, for you to act like you don't know that's disingenuous.
Okay, I agree.
It's when women get older, that's when they start to change their dating requirements. That's the truth. Because of experience and maturity and probably having bad experiences. That's what happens.
King Riches, this is not a personal attack, but my line of questioning is important for what I want to ask. Are you married? No. So would you see yourself getting married at any point in the future?
Why not?
Okay, so would you say that maybe the reason you're not married is because you have not met somebody that would align with what you would want for yourself in a marriage?
I think, I'll be honest with you, I think that the percentage of women out there that are wifey material to my standard, and it's not even just looks, because I think to be honest, I think most women that are like exceptionally good looking are not wifey material anyway. So it's not even a superficial thing like that. I just think it's a fact of like mentality and being aligned mentally. That's the reason why I'm not found.
You've held off for now.
Yeah, for now, yeah. But
Yeah.
I do understand the importance of it.
Yeah. So you understand that for you to get married, you can't just get married to anybody, and
Of
that
course.
marriage is a huge
Commitment, yeah.
commitment, and that you will be almost, well, essentially merging your life, your assets, all your hard work, your values and everything else with this other individual. So the vetting that needs to be done, it needs to be very thorough. Would you
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah.
Right. So would you also agree, and I'm not talking about the men around you because I can't speak for the men around you, but would you say that a majority of men that you know and have encountered in your space are prepared for marriage in
In
the
what are you
UK?
in
I'm
what
talking
what
about.
are you
I'm
talking
talking
about
about
financially, mentally, which way are you talking
in
about?
any capacity.
Yeah,
In
there are
any
guys like that. I
capacity.
know guys that are married.
Would you say? I said I did word it as in like figuratively. So I would say majority.
You asked me, do I know men in my vicinity that are prepared to be married,
Would you
and
say a majority?
the majority,
Would you say that the
yeah, they could
percentage is
get married if they
high?
wanted. Yeah, they could. Yeah,
I didn't ask if they could get married. Anybody can get married, obviously.
yeah, but okay, do I think they're prepared? Yeah,
Yeah, in the ways that you would prepare yourself potentially
yeah.
for a marriage. You would say that.
Because and the
So
reason why I can say that confidently is because I know guys who are married.
yeah, a
So
majority of the guys you know are married.
no, I'm not saying majority, but I'm saying
That was my
that in
question
our
though.
current climate, in this current climate, for a sensible man, a man who is switched on, he's gonna be very difficult to find a woman that's wifey material, in my
So
opinion.
can I also ask you the same question, but for the females that you have experienced within around you or whatever? What would your answer be to that? Majoritively, that's the
No,
question.
no,
Majority.
no.
And could you tell us the key differences and maybe as to how that might contribute to the lack of marriages among
Because
those
I think
girls?
that a lot of women, yeah, a lot of women have bought into the whole idea of I'm independent, I'm a modern woman, I don't need a man. I don't they A lot of women don't believe they need a man. And the reality is because women make their own money, women are liberated and blah blah blah, they feel like, if a guy, I don't know, like they just feel that they don't need a man, bro. Like, and if they got with a man, they're doing him a favor.
So would you say they are wifey material, but they just have that mentality, or there's more factors as to what makes them unmarriable women?
I don't, like, if I take the looks out of it, because looks are subjective. Yeah, I think that mentally, a lot of people are screwed up, bruv. They're screwed up.
Women.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and that's called society. That's from listening to their own friends. Yeah, the internet played a huge role in this as well, because you lot have all these options. You lot think you have all these options, and you actually, I don't know how many of these options really would care about you and want to take you seriously. It's not a lot. It's
Okay,
not.
so
So
sorry.
where would sorry, just my final question, yeah. So you see the majority of guys that you know that are married or are marriage material, where did they find their women or will find if the majority of women around you are not marriage material?
Maybe they've known them for a long time, and it's definitely not dating apps. It's definitely not in the club. Yeah, usually people meet people through people that they trust. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, that's the safest option. Or it's somebody that they've known for a long time, that they've seen them grow. Like, they know what they're capable of. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but when you go out there and you try to commit to someone, a stranger, you've just met them, you have no ties, no mutuals with them, and you try to get to know them, you're rolling the dice. And at the end of the day, in a marriage, a man's got a lot to lose in a marriage, bro. Like, and I think a lot of guys understand this, and a lot of guys are now way more cautious than ever. Even if they are in a position to get married, they're not just gonna get married to some chick just because she says all the right things. Like, no, no, bro.
Wait, can I just sorry,
Go on, babe.
Alex, yeah, what I was gonna say is that, like, we all know that marriage is a big commitment, but so is having a child. It's like
That's a
even
bigger
more of a,
commitment.
it's even of a bigger commitment. So the fact that you could say that you can have a child with someone, but you can't get married, it doesn't make sense. I'm not gonna lie, it literally doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It doesn't make sense. Why would this even be an argument?
Yeah, but I don't think it's people saying that they can have a child with someone but they can't get married. I don't think it's that. I just think it's like you have to weigh up the pros and cons. For example, let's say I had a child with a guy that clearly is not financially stable. He doesn't, like, he's not mentally stable, so he can't
Why would
cater
you
to
keep
my
a child?
emotions. Yeah, well, you were going to say something. Someone
Why
was
would
going
you
to say
keep a child with someone that acts like that? Why would
something.
you
No, but
it
that's
doesn't make sense. Why would you want your child to grow up in that environment when we know the statistics for kids with single mothers are so high as well, with crimes, with all these things? So why would you want to keep a child in that environment? It doesn't make sense. If you know your baby dad's so messed up, why would you keep the child?
I agree. I completely agree. But people do change. For example, like a lot of people have got pregnant within like 4 months of a relationship, and then the guy promises that they're going to be a good partner and a good father, and then it all goes downhill. Like, you genuinely can't.
You've known the guy
you know,
for 4 months. What are you
I'm
talking
not
about?
saying that my situation. I'm just saying there's people that
I'm
go
not.
through
I'm
this.
talking about your example, not you personally. I'm talking
Okay,
about
yeah,
your
okay,
example.
okay, that's a fair point. But what I'm trying to
So
say is
then,
that people go through these things. Like,
know,
it's not. Yeah.
I
Go
also
on.
want to add as well, I don't know how many women can relate, or like whether women feel any emotional connection to fetuses or whatever. But me personally, I do. So if I got knocked up because I decided not to use protection, or I did, and it failed, and I went to go and sort it out, and I saw that little thing on the screen, I don't think I could bring myself. If it's just one time, it's not every time. You can't just keep getting pregnant and keeping the baby for the useless men. You can't do that. But I feel like a lot of women do feel connections to things that are growing inside of them that become
Yeah,
human beings.
that's. I hear you. That's
So
not even what we're talking about here. That's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about before you've even got knocked up. Like, where is your mind before you even got knocked up? This is what I'm saying. Like, a lot of times you lot jump to a step that you want to talk about. What about what happened leading up to
but
that step?
there's a lot of smecks in our society, in our culture. There's a lot of smecks, normalized, unprotected smecks. Smecks is it's like, have you never heard of cleanup crew? People are laughing about spiritual exchanges. People are making jokes about spiritual exchanges like it's a daily, like it's football. People are smexing all the time.
Yeah,
Smexing
but at
is
the end
very
of the day,
accessible.
really and truly, women are the
And from
gatekeepers.
smecks comes
Women are the
pregnancy.
gatekeepers to that, though. So if a woman doesn't open her legs, then it's a crime. If she doesn't openly, freely open her legs, it's a crime. You get it? So at the end of the day, like, men are going to try to get boxed. That's just the world. That's how it is. Like, whether it's a good man or it's a crap dude. Do you get what I'm saying? That now, you as a woman who is at risk of being pregnant, I think you lot should be on red alert and caution. But it's your duty to yourself, to your own body. When you have a baby, that's a traumatic experience for your body. Like, don't you think you should be like red alert? Like, I can't just sleep with this guy. Like, he's a bum. I can't just sleep with this guy. He's not gonna stick around. I can't sleep with this guy. He's toxic. I can't sleep with this guy. He's a womanizer. I can't sleep with this guy. This guy don't really like me. He's just using me. So don't you think that you've got a duty to, all women have a duty to themselves to protect themselves at all costs? And the first way you protect yourself is not opening your legs just to a guy just because. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
men
that's
don't even
fact.
get into
You're
these
very right.
situations. Like,
That's very right. I feel like a lot of women don't have good coochie management. But what I will say is, and it will go back to the same thing that we said before, yeah, like It's just a lot of lusting, not a lot of thinking, a lot of rash decisions. A lot of women, you know, their feelings. The women feel a lot. They feel more than they. A
Yeah,
lot of
they're
them.
around the guy they find cute.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
They feel a lot. They spend time with a guy. You know, a guy does a few nice things, and maybe, you know, one kid won't hurt. Do you know what I
I
mean?
think if it was a general thing in society that is looked down upon, that if you have a kid outside of marriage, that would change a lot of things in
Yeah,
society.
it definitely would. You're right. You're
That's
definitely
why
would.
religion. That's why religion. Even though a lot of people kind of bash religion, it keeps people
In check.
in
Yeah.
an organized place, and so does marriage, and so does the idea of being a virgin before marriage. All these things keep society in an organized space. Even in African culture, you can't just go and marry someone without your parents vetting the family and
Yes.
without the family
Facts.
coming and checking and doing things like that.
Being
But
background checked.
there's a lot of people that are having babies and their kids have never met the grandma, and the grandma lives 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
But and you know, it's a lot of, and that's why we need community and society. So I guess, yeah, women should be telling each other these things. You're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong, but
But like,
unfortunately,
I'm glad you said that, because I get pushback, and I'm like, I don't understand why I would be getting pushback for these things, because these things are real, and it's not only gonna be a benefit to men, it's gonna be a benefit to you lot as well, because you're probably gonna be with a guy that actually wants to be there, he actually wants to have a family, and is probably, even in the hard times, will probably stick around. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, nothing in this life is easy. Nothing is ever smooth sailing. You could be with somebody who's good, but you know, you might go through a rough patch, rough period, and you may not even like each other. Do you get what I'm saying? But you have duty to one another. See, people are too stuck on this whole love thing. Yeah? Love, love, love. Now, what about duty? What about your family coming first before your own selfish ambitions?
I agree
Do you
with
get what I'm
that. You
saying?
know, I definitely agree with that, because my dad always said to me, like, oh, like, don't marry a guy just because you love him. You have to marry a guy for all of the other things, such as financial stability, like the fact that the guy is able to cater to your needs. Like, I don't think that people should just marry for love at all.
Yeah, you're taking it to money.
yeah, wait, can I
I don't
You're
think
taking
it's
it
just
to
about
money. It's
money.
not just about money, fam.
It's not, but I'm just saying
The
that
money
you
thing will
should
get
not
you in
marry people
problems
for
as well.
love.
The money man will get you in problems as well. Trust me. Yeah.
I
what I
agree,
wanted
And I
to
but
knew you
say,
was
don't
gonna
marry
say that
just for
financially,
love.
which is not wrong. That's not wrong. But there's plenty of guys with money that have got baby mamas, bro. Like, there's Nick Cannon. He's got like 9 kids. Cam Newton's got bare kids. Like, but bro, it's not just about he can take care of you financially. It's the mind.
Okay, I didn't
It's
just
the
say
mind.
financially though, but I'm just saying that women should not just marry for love, because once women just marry for love, that's when they end up as single married women, don't you think?
No, my thing, when I'm talking about the love thing, I'm thinking about, like, once you're already in the marriage with a guy. Like, say for instance, yeah, you with a guy, he's average looking, average money, yeah. You're not poor, but you're not rich, yeah. So you're with this guy, you're feeling like, you know what? Let me take a look at Instagram. You see Instagram Explore page. You see other women, they're going on yachts, they're going on airplanes, they're going here, there, eating at restaurants. Da, 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 da. You're not living that lifestyle. Now you looking at this guy, you have an argument with him. Now you're thinking, what? I don't even like you like that. How? You're not even what I really want. Yeah, but you've already got a life with this guy.
Okay, I think that's
And then you start to think, you know what? I could do better than you. And then you leave, because guess what? A lot of marriages and relationships are ended by women, bro. And I think a lot of women leave because they feel they can do better.
I think that a lot of women
And the fact is, this is the point. I'll let you go. I'll let you speak after. The point is that, like, if you have a sense of duty, you're not gonna leave just because you feel that way. Because you have a duty, bruv.
okay, I think that's a minority. I genuinely
What?
think that's let me land. I think that's a minority. I think a lot of women end marriages, a lot of women end relationships because it's genuinely just not good enough. And when I say not good enough, I mean like a mental burden, not financially or anything else. I mean, like mentally, don't you think so? Like,
No.
I think that a lot of women get tired of men when they're having to ask for the same thing 100 times.
You're basically saying what I just said.
No, you're saying that women look at things and think that they can get better. And I feel
you just said that you'd be mentally tired and you're gonna say it's not. You said it's not good enough. So
okay,
if
yeah,
it's not good
okay,
enough,
but
you're gonna
I'm
look for what is good enough.
I'm not
But
speaking.
bitches, do you think that somebody that's been in a relationship with someone for a long time, gone through the same efforts as that person to build the relationship, just suddenly decides to leave because of one definitive thing? I don't think so.
No, I don't think it's
there's
one definitive thing, but I think, okay, from what I've seen out there, from my own personal experience, I know that when a woman leaves, she's been thinking about it for a long time. Yeah. She left mentally a long time ago before she actually makes it physical.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is, a lot of the old people from the past that had 30-year, 40-year, 50-year relationships, what did you think they loved each other the whole time? Do you think that it was all sunshine and rainbows and laughing and giggles and smecks the whole time? No, but for 40 years.
I've seen, okay, King Riches, have you not seen the women?
But why did they stick together? Why is it that the older generation of people stuck together? Why do you think that is? It's because of duty to each other and commitment. It wasn't about, a rom-com. It wasn't a rom-com, bruv.
So can I
They
tell you
understand that they had to stick together because they were
King
stronger
Riches,
together than apart.
there's a lot of older divorced women that are coming and making profiles on TikTok, yeah? And they are giving their reasons as to why they thugged it out for 40 years and finally decided to leave. Now, unless you're implying that...
What?
Hold on.
To go and do what? You're 70 years old. What are you going to do now?
Just slow down. Slow down. Calm down. All right? Unless you're saying all these women are capping or they're just being babies and they're complaining about things that don't matter. From what I've seen from a lot of these older women that are opening these TikTok profiles and warning these young girls, these women...
Warning them what? What are they telling the young girls? What are they telling
If you let me tell you, I'll tell you now. They're saying that, number one, they've had a lot of autoimmune diseases that have been caused by... Look, don't cross your face, bro. It's proven, yeah? They've got a lot of autoimmune diseases that have stemmed from stresses within dealing with things that they didn't need to deal with in their marriage. Number two, in their marriage, at some point, they had some type of epiphany and realized that they were actually being disrespected. They were being manipulated financially. They were vulnerable. There were a lot of factors that they now woke up to in their marriage that made them give up on 40 years. Do you know what it means to be? You get a letter from the Queen at 50. Like, why would somebody willingly walk away from a 40-year marriage? You cannot tell me it's because they saw next man treating next gal better. You can't tell me that that's the definitive reason. There are reasons, serious reasons, that either were not...
Do you think most women that have been married to their man for 40 years, the majority of them are coming to TikTok to talk about why you shouldn't get married?
No, I'm just saying...
So why are we talking about the exceptions again? Then why are we talking about the exceptions again like that's what happens most of the time?
Because it is what happens most of the time. I just think that women don't come and speak. No, women don't come to social media most of the time, but they're living in that reality. Like, that's genuinely a lot of women's reality.
Percentage of women that are coming online.
Do you realise that it's more men that delete themselves because of stress? And you came on here, but Dad said something about autoimmune disease because of stress. Do you know it's actually men that lose their lives over stress more than women? Way more.
You succumb to your stress. The men have succumbed to their stress. Who are the women supposed to be? If you've succumbed to your stress, you've succumbed to your stress now. Just because you've succumbed to your stress doesn't mean that. I'm not trying to sound no type of way, but you've succumbed to your stress.
Wow.
You cannot blame women because you've succumbed to your stress.
Bruh. Then don't blame men because you had autoimmune disease.
Yeah, nobody's blaming
Don't
them. They
blame.
left.
Don't.
They
So
did
what?
the
If
right
she
thing
was
and they
blamed,
left.
she was saying it because she was saying it in regards to women being married. So let's not confuse it.
Do
I
you
can't.
really
You
think?
can't confuse me. I know exactly
What
what's
are
going
some of the
on.
reasons you think these older women are divorcing their
I think
long-term
they've. I
husbands?
think they've. I think they've been indoctrinated into the current modern
Feminism.
programming that women are getting these days. That you're independent
Feminism.
and you don't need a man and you can do it all by yourself. It's
Is
funny
it
how people say all
feminism? Are
this
you
stuff.
blaming feminism?
Listen. It's funny how women are these particular women, because I don't think it's a majority of older women saying this. I think it's a certain percentage. Yeah. It's funny how they'll say, there was being financially abused. When remember, a lot of these women, they were housewives. They didn't even pay no bills. So how's bruh, like, you can't have everything in this world.
Yeah, they were
Like, you
housewives,
can't
but
have
they
it.
were
No.
suffering
You have to be
housewives.
real. You
That
can't
don't
have
make
everything in
sense.
this world. You can't want to sit at home and do online shopping, yeah, and not ever go to work, not ever have to go to work, and then complain you're being financially abused. What are you talking about? Then go get a job then.
I think you're
What do you
missing the
mean, bro?
point. I think you're missing the point, sir.
No, I'm not missing the point, actually. I'm saying the point is exactly how it is.
Would you say the same for men, that they end up being with a physically appealing woman? Would you say the same for men that are also being financially abused? If you want to be with a baddie, then you should succumb to the
No, that's
abuse.
a man's choice. He's not being financially abused. It's like guys that go and sign up for OF. You're not being finessed. You know what it is. You signed up for it, bro. If you're a guy and you want baddies, you want Instagram baddies, well, bro, there's some financial obligation that comes with that. That's what I said. I said it earlier. I said most of these things that are really, really attractive, they're not wifey material. They're monetized. That's
Can I
it.
tell you a
But the thing
story?
is, men can accept their accountability. Women don't accept their accountability.
So again, I'm asking, right? So obviously, you believe that these women that are getting divorces, because I don't know the statistics, yeah, but there are a lot of women. There are a lot of women that you would say have no business leaving their marriage, and they're leaving it. Would
Yeah.
you say that it's because they've hopped on social media and they've seen the current feminism climate?
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see that as an awakening for a woman,
It
or
didn't
her.
exist in their day.
So
It
because
didn't
it didn't.
exist. That
So
whole
because it
mindset
didn't.
didn't exist. They were happy being housewives and looking after the kids and being at home. They were happy,
Do
bros.
you know
Do
what,
you
King
think women are
Richard?
happier now? Let me ask you this, yeah? Do you think women are happier now than they was back in the days?
Yes,
I think so.
definitely. Definitely.
Really?
He's
You really
funny.
think that? Why? Because you could go to the club and throw box around without judgment. So you think that that makes women happier now? It actually doesn't.
I think the question is, are women feeling more fulfilled, like within their life? And to be honest, it has changed. Like, it's not so much, have a family and look after your family. And that's not, people don't look at that as the ideal anymore. People are like, just do what you want, live your life, and blah, blah, blah.
It's because we're
And then
consumers
become a
now.
baby mom at the same time.
It's because we're consumers. We've become consumers. Let me tell you something, yeah. And I'm going to bring up Munslow's hierarchy of need as an example, yeah. At the bottom of Munslow's, it's a pyramid. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this pyramid. I don't know if you can bring up the pyramid, King Riches. But at the bottom of the pyramid, you've got your basic needs, yeah? Food, water, shelter. At the top of the pyramid, you've got self-actualization. We live in a society where it's actually very easy for you to buy, sell, make money, spend money. Unfortunately, things were not so easy back in the day, which brings upon the progression of going up the pyramid. Okay, you've got food, shelter, and water. What's next? Maybe a family and some kiddies. All right, cool. You got the kiddies. The kiddies are big now. What's next? Self-discovery. A lot of people are on a journey of self-discovery, and a lot of people on this journey of self-discovery are realizing that some of the norms, like getting married, having kids, settling down, being in the kitchen, whipping it up is not as beneficial as traveling the world, going to live with an uncontacted tribe in Thailand. You know, people are.
What?
Do you get?
Travel the
What
world.
are
I'm
you
telling
talking
you,
about?
you know what I'm talking about. People are fulfilling
Listen.
themselves more.
I do understand what you're saying. I do get it what you're saying, but
I do get it as
you're
well.
going a bit left now.
I'm not
Like,
going left.
bro,
I'm saying it
most
in my
women.
own
Listen,
way.
let me ask you this simple question. This is like
Yeah.
you're going Maslow's on all this, yeah.
Yeah.
But let's ask you real simple baseline question. Do you think most women want to have kids?
Today, right now,
Yeah.
why would they?
No. So is it yes or no?
No,
You think majority of women on this planet do not want to have kids?
not this planet. Now, let's talk about if we're talking
All right,
economically.
in the West,
In the West, no. In the West, no.
You
In the West, no.
no
No. No.
delusion. That's delusion. That's
No.
delusion.
They don't.
You're thinking about young girls, and because young girls are the ones coming out saying all this
No.
dumb stuff online, bro.
It's not young girls.
Bro. All
There's
these
a
women.
club
Do you
called
think? Yeah.
there's a club called No Kids Over 30
Listen. Let me
on
just say this
WhatsApp.
one thing. Yeah. Let me say this one thing. Yeah. There's a show that was called Sex in the City. Everybody remembers that show. Yeah. And it had those
Yeah.
white women on there. They were all older women. And they were just living their best life, just sleeping with guys, going on dates, drinking wine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guess what? The woman that actually created that show, she was living that lifestyle. She actually lived it, bro. And guess what?
Yeah.
She came out and said she regrets it. After all of that Sex in the City, every season of that show, she actually said she regrets it. She wish she had kids. Because this is the thing. This is the thing. It's one thing when you have the option to have kids. Yeah, you can come out and say, I don't want to have kids. I love my life. I'm going Thailand. Yeah, it's easy to say that. But what about when your option is gone? Because biology is going to come through and slap you in the
Come through and
face.
slap you. Yes.
And then
definitely.
you're going to be like, bro, I can't now.
Yeah.
There's no option. See, all
Yeah.
this traveling around and buying Van Cleef bracelets and buying all these shoes and bags and that, yeah, it gets old. And when you get old, you're going to realize, wow, life is not actually about that, bro. That's why
You're
when you
lonely.
speak to old people, they usually have a different mindset to all of us.
Okay, can I give you another perspective, right? The reasons why a lot of women don't want to have kids, yes, a lot of them are on a path of self-actualization. But if you look at the climate of today, if I had a choice the first time, I would have never. I love my baby. I love my babies, and I love the one that I'm going to give birth to very soon. You know, now. But with the current climate of the world, people don't want to bring babies into this shit. They don't.
It's your biological instinct for women to want to
Can
have
I
kids,
say
bro.
something? Because I kind of agree with her a little, because you know what, when she's talking about people don't want to have babies, think about it, the cost of living. It's mainly in the UK, cost of living, all this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, when I see my friend and her kids, I don't want to have a child, like, at all. Like, when I look at her and a kid, I would never swap my position of not having a child and being in her position
Is
of
your
having a
friend a
child.
single mom?
Yeah, she is. Yeah. Well, not really. Her baby dad's there, but he's not serious. So yeah, I just do not want to have her life. I tell her, I'll say this to her.
Do you want to have kids in the future, though?
Yeah, but not, like, when
Exactly.
I'm
So that's the
financially
answer, bro.
stable, though. When I'm
Yeah,
financially
and that's
stable.
fine.
Like,
That's fine.
yeah, but right
the
now
answer
with
to the
this
question is
economy,
yes. The answer to the
nah.
question is yes, though. You want to have kids eventually before it's too late. That's the answer.
Don't let the economy scare you.
Yeah,
Especially
but
women
it's
that
not even about
live
the
in, like,
economy. I think it's about the way
Hold on,
that.
let the new girl speak. Go on.
Hi everybody. By the way, I don't even think it's about the economy. It's come to the point where it's about the men as well.
Of course, it's the men's fault. Yeah, go
I'm
on.
not gonna say it's always the men. It could be the women as well. But you know, I mean, it's mostly though. Let's be honest. Mostly it's the men. Listen, we cannot have kids with you guys because look how you guys are speaking right now. Look how you're speaking right now. Oh, before the female better being in the household. Yeah,
What?
maybe.
What did I say?
You said the female better being in the household.
I said the female better be in the household.
Better being in the household.
When did I say that?
You were just saying that before, like you were saying,
No,
oh, they
I
used to be in
never
the
said that.
household, blah
Did
blah
I,
blah.
ladies on the panel, did I say that the women better be in the household? Better be in the household.
I never said better be. Listen to what I'm saying.
They are better at being in the household. No, I
Yeah.
didn't say that.
I
but
never said that either.
the whole traveling situation, all of
Right.
that, I can see how you come to that conclusion. But
How did when did I say that?
I think that's how
See,
you interpret.
you've just shown why a lot of women are not are single, bruv.
My
You've
God.
literally just shown why a lot of women are single and why I think a lot of women are not. Why? See, when guys, remember you was asking me why you haven't got married and da 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 da, and I said a lot of
Yeah.
women mentally, then you can't. It's dangerous to couple up with somebody who has been watching your life like this. This is I'm just using you as an example. I'm not trying to attack you, but you couple up with somebody who blatantly just makes up something. You said this, something I did not say at all. And then they come to make an argument about it.
I think that's the way
That
you
is
perceive what he
dangerous,
said.
bruv.
But that's how you're portraying it, though.
Now she's saying that's how I portrayed it. She's
but
not
it's
even
true, though.
backing down. She's not.
No, I'm not backing down.
Oh my god.
Maybe that's how you interpreted it. That's your perspective of what he said.
Yeah, you've interpreted it a bit wrong. He
But you
basically
did, though.
said
This is
that
how this
women.
world is with dating a
He
lot
said
of women. It's
that
like
the women that did the woman that filmed the woman that promoted self-actualization.
Yeah, and then he
being
said, oh,
single,
she
traveling
wanted
the
to have
world.
a baby after, and she was like, oh my god, like
Yeah,
I
but
really
that
wish I
doesn't
didn't make the whole
correlate with
show,
what
blah
you
blah
just
blah.
said. So it's not
but
the
that's
same.
not what you claimed I said is not what I said though.
Yeah, but the point you're bringing up is trying to insinuate that you're trying to say that women will end up, like kind of miserable in a way, and
How's
end up
that?
saying.
How is that
I'm
insinuating?
not saying that you're saying that, but that's
said, and
basically
you're
what you're
saying I'm
insinuating, though.
insinuating something. That
But
is
you are, though.
wild.
But it's not true, because really and
What's
truly,
not
a lot of
true?
women are happier being alone than being with a guy who
What?
just.
Women
I
are
don't
more
think you
happier.
understood what he said.
Why is it that why are women complaining about how men are not approaching them anymore? They're not going to clubs to meet them anymore. They're
Men
going
can't
to these
approach them
speed
anymore
dating.
because men.
Hold on. They're going to these speed dating. Men are not going anymore. Men don't want to take them out on dates no more. Men are not. Why? If so many women are so happy going hackathon on their own with their girls. Why is it that they're complaining that guys don't want to do these things anymore and they're not approaching them anymore? Why?
They're not approaching the girls, though, because they know that they can't level up to them, because majority of us girls. It's
See?
true, though. Majority
This
of the
is the mindset.
girls are
This
either
is the
doing
mindset.
the same level or even better.
This is the mindset. What makes you so special?
But it's true, though.
What? No. Go on. What makes you so? No. I'm not even arguing. But I just like to know what makes you so special.
Calm
What,
down.
me?
Huh?
Are you talking about
Calm
me
down.
personally?
Yeah. Because you're talking about most guys don't approach women no more because they're not on their level. So yeah. So what is that level then?
BB, you have to be very tactful
Nah,
when you
Dad,
communicate.
I'm
stop
trying.
trying to back
No,
her
you
up.
You know what
have
it
to
is?
be
It's
very
Saturday.
Stop
tactful
trying to back
when
her
you
up. Stop trying to back
communicate
her
with
up. I'm not gonna
And
allow
I'm
you to
telling
do
you right
that,
now,
man. You're not ganging
you
up,
have to
bruv.
word your words in a
Nah.
very nice way.
I know what I'm trying to
She
say,
has to
but
speak for herself. She can't even
Articulate
say stuff.
yourself in a way that he
a
cannot
lot
argue.
of you men, a lot of you
Yo.
men
Stop
go
doing
speak
that.
to
Stop doing
girls
that.
that
Stop
you
doing
know
that.
that are from a higher caliber than you. It doesn't matter if it's mentally, spiritually, financially even. And then when you guys do that, you guys start getting a bit insecure and be like, oh shit, I can't speak to this one. And then you guys decide to go speak to another one that's below you or maybe same level as you to make you guys feel better. And it's
What
true.
makes you special? You're talking about other
What makes
people.
me
What makes you
special?
special?
Oh,
bruv? Yeah.
that's a very hard question to answer, to be honest.
Why is it a
What
hard
makes me
question?
special?
Surely it shouldn't be a hard
I
question.
mean, I don't need like, a man in my life. I can literally I'll do my thing anyway. Like money is there. Anything I need is there. Household, mine. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm
Does that
special
make you
because I'm special,
special?
innit?
Does that make you special?
And I'm a good person. And obviously if I meet somebody, I'll be nice, but it depends on.
And because you are a quote unquote good person by your description, that makes you special.
It makes me very special.
What, you don't think that there's loads of other women like you walking around?
Of course there are.
So then
Listen,
you're not
I love my
special
women.
then.
I love my girls and crazy. Like a lot of them are very, very special. They're very great as well.
But it's not unique.
They're doing
though. It's
a
not
lot
unique.
better than a lot of
No.
humans. That's for sure.
Listen. I
Listen,
feel like
some of the girls you're talking to right now in the chat.
don't worry about the chat.
You're sitting here yapping your mouth off. They're probably making money right now while you're speaking.
Hey. Listen, you lot need to. You're not arguing with the chat, fam. Yeah, we're having a discussion. All right. So calm down, fam.
I wasn't arguing with the chat. I was arguing with you.
Oh, so what are you saying?
What the hell? I was digging them up.
You say
What
chat.
you mean?
You said something chat. So like what?
I said a lot of the girls in the chat are probably doing better than you, and you're here yapping up your mouth.
You have you don't know anything about me. You see, This is what I'm saying. You say a lot of things without no evidence, no backing. You just talk. That just shows your level of reasoning, of aptitude, of intelligence. Like,
all right, let me mute myself, and then you guys have enough.
Who I am, of what I've done in my life. I know I've done more than you.
You've done more than me.
So you can say whatever you like. It doesn't hurt me, bruv. Like, and that is a tactic from a lot of women. They will try and now attack you and start trying to diss you, bro. Oh, you're broke. You're this. You're that, bro. I've done more than you in this world.
I never said you were broke.
Never do. You can never do ever. Like, so whatever. Mind games.
Can I
I'm not even trying to be rude. What the hell?
Now she's saying she's not trying to be rude.
I'm speaking. I'm not speaking to you. I'm talking to the chat. What the hell?
And then you're saying they always do this. They say something.
I'm speaking to the chat.
I'm not speaking to you directly. You are trying to be rude.
All right.
Wait,
Yeah,
King
all right.
Riches,
Yeah,
King
so just
Riches,
hold it
are you a feminist? Would you say you're a feminist?
No.
You already know the answer to that
You
question.
wouldn't say you're a feminist. Feminism doesn't mean like you think women are above men. It just means that we're equal. Do you believe that women are men
King
and men
Rich's
are equal?
edges a lot of red pill
Feminist,
content.
but in reality, feminist is about women being better than men. In reality,
I don't think so.
it is.
I don't think.
No, listen. I said technically the definition is equality, but in the real world, how it is now, it is women being above men. That's what it means.
Okay, so back in the days, like when women were the prize, would you want would you want to conduct your life in the same way?
Oh my days.
What?
Like, so how women were the prize back then? For example, men had to.
God, we still are the prize. They're just trying to take over. Like,
Okay, yeah, no, but I'm trying to say
right now.
I'm trying to look at it from a generalized point of view as of now in 2025. Do you believe that women are still the prize or not?
What does that even mean by prize? What does that even mean?
Answer the question.
No, but if I don't know what it means, I can't answer it.
If
If I don't know what it means, I can't answer it because I'm intelligent.
Do you think you're the prize?
Huh?
Do you think you're the prize when it comes?
I think I'll be honest, if somebody's in a relationship and they protect the other person, they potentially provide for the other person, and usually they're going to have to make all the logical decisions and be the leader, and if this ship sinks, it's going to be my responsibility, then I think that I hold some significant value. Significant. Wouldn't you agree?
Okay, I see where you're coming from completely, but my point that I'm trying to make is, do you believe that, like, if you were to choose your partner, would you want to put in the extreme amount of graft? Like, would you want to be that man, or would you like the same reciprocation from your partner to build the relationship itself?
I think it's a partnership, innit? If you're in a relationship, it's a partnership. It's like sometimes someone's going to put more in and then other times someone else is going to put more in. But in terms of keeping the relationship going, you're both got to work together.
Okay, I agree. I feel like nowadays, I think that women don't do that so much because from the past we've seen that when women do put their all into a marriage or a relationship, usually the ship sails. Don't you think that women? No, it's true though.
No, I'm listening.
Negativity around it. Everyone's just always thinking about, oh, we're gonna break up, or like, oh my gosh, it's too much.
Yeah, but women have that thought process now because of what they've seen and how life has been. A lot of girls don't have dads. Let's be honest. A lot of people don't have dads. Let's just say that. So when you haven't seen that healthy household growing up, it can tend to take a toll on your adult life, don't you think
that's
so?
that's why it's more of a reason you should pick the right person. And
Okay, but that's the thing. It's not very easy for a lot of people to distinguish whether somebody's the right
I
person
think
or
what we're
not,
saying
where they
is,
haven't seen these things.
Ray,
I feel like
just
I
because
think it is,
somebody
but people
hasn't seen
ignore the red
something,
flags. I really do think it is.
generations are supposed to improve as time goes on. Okay, just because like there's everybody has been through something, a mind altering experience, or something that, you know, they can sit there and blame the reason that they are the way they are on, but that's not progressive. If you don't have a dad and you haven't seen love in your house and you are aware of that, it is nobody else's duty but your own to change your reality. That's a fact.
I
Can I
agree.
add to that?
Thank you.
Can I add to that?
I agree with that, but I do believe that sometimes people can fall into the wrong decisions, don't you think so? Like when you haven't really seen.
Can I speak for a minute? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
go on.
Yeah, go on.
Well, me and my partner have been together for 14 years and we're not married. We had 7 children together. And for me,
7?
Yeah.
Wow.
And for me,
Big up.
I don't want to get married right now. I know he probably does, but I'm engaged. I'm happy with that. But I just feel like for me, because obviously my mum was a single parent, for me, I didn't even realise I'd be in this position. So for me, I'm just thankful that I'm at where I'm at. And the fact that we are basically married to God anyway. So I don't really think marriage for us.
So what makes you not want to get married to someone you've been with for so long?
I feel like it scares me.
It's still
I've seen
there.
a lot in the past, and
but like you got 7 kids with the guy. You've been with him for 14 years. I mean, getting married couldn't really be a thing, really.
I don't want to jinx that. I feel like I'm happy where I'm at. It's like a gamble. Do I want 50% of something or 100% of nothing? Does that make sense? Like you can't guarantee something if you see yourself in a different vision. Like I'm happy where I'm at. I could get married and something might change.
I'm so sorry, but I feel like a lot of women kind of say you don't want to get married because they actually aren't being like proposed to. You can say you're engaged, but I don't know. A lot of women say, "Oh, I don't want to get married. I don't want to get married," because they're in a situation where they have like they've made all of this. It's kind of, I don't know how to word it, but I'm so
She's
sorry.
happy in her situation. I'm not gonna lie. She's got 7 kids with the man. He's still there, and he's still, I'm sure, pulling his weight.
They're basically married already.
No, baby girl, who was that person that spoke earlier? Yeah, I think you're just kind of like fearing maybe like past stuff that you've seen yourself personally and thinking it's going to end because of marriage. But if you have that much children together and if you guys have been together...
She told you what her reason is. Why are people putting opinions on other people? She told
I'm not putting
you
opinion.
she's happy with her situation. She does not want to get married because she doesn't want the dynamic to change. People get engaged and they don't get married for all types of reasons. Maybe I want a big wedding like Portia and I can't afford it right now, so I'm waiting. There's many reasons as to why people don't want to change their dynamic.
She said, how many years did you say again?
We've been 14 years.
14 years, yeah. 14 years, I think that's okay for you to get married because if you guys have still stuck together...
Do you know what marriage is, BB?
Yeah,
do you know what marriage is?
Yes, I do know what marriage is.
Do you know what it means to get married to someone?
Yes, I've remarried myself.
What if she's got a secret pot of money somewhere that she doesn't want to share? Have you ever considered that? Look, some people just don't want to get married.
That's not a good thing.
But wait.
What's not a good thing?
No,
what's not a good thing?
You don't want to get married, bruv.
Hold on.
Telling you don't want to get married.
I don't want to share it with this guy. I don't care how long I've been with him.
Okay.
That is dark.
Yeah, but the question is, did you ever dream of marriage in your life anyway? Because
I think when my mum was alive, yeah. But now my mum's passed away, I don't know, it kind of puts me off a little bit more now. A lot more for me now, yeah.
BBX. So what you're saying that you so now you're pro marriage? You just were saying that guys are not on the same level.
I mean, I'm not pro
now
marriage.
you're saying something else.
Listen, relax. I said I've been married.
Yeah, but you were saying to the other 6.
No. But obviously, if you've been together that long, I would say just get married at this point.
So
But
you've been married, and so why are you talking about our men are not on you lot's level and all this stuff, and you've been married, or what? You're not married no more.
it's because I'm not married anymore. But
Fancy that.
yeah, of course. But listen, it's because of my personality. You know what I mean? Like, there's no fucking way.
Oh, it's because your person. Is that accountability? Oh gosh. So basically, your attitude sabotaged your marriage. Is that what you're saying?
No. No, it actually wasn't me. I'll be honest with you. Like, at the time, it was not me at all. But once I started waking up from it, and I was thinking, why am I in this for? Like, do I want to stay in it for long term and then pop out kids
Did
for
you have
him
kids
and
with
then
him?
blah blah? I said, fuck this shit, I'm out.
No swearing. Did you have kids with him?
No, I didn't. I'm
Have you got any
thank God.
kids? Have you got any
No,
kids?
no kids, no kids.
Can I ask you if you're religious or if your family was promoted or influenced by culture?
To get married?
Yeah.
Yes, 100%.
What are you, if you don't mind me asking?
Muslim.
Okay. Are you Somalian?
Yes. Oh my God, girl, how are you reading me like this?
Okay. I just wanted to ask. So basically, yeah. If I'm saying this correctly, yeah. You didn't do the vetting that you would have done had your marriage been.
You know what the thing was, yeah. I met him at, I think when I was like 23, 24. And then he just started like, you know, doing the whole like, you know, like, oh, let's go on holiday, you know, all of that shit. And then my mom was like not happy with that at all. So she was like, and she met him as well. So she was like, guys, you guys need to stop this stuff. And then he also moved to my city. And I'm pretty sure you guys can guess the accent. He moved to my city to get his own place and all that stuff. And I was there majority of the time instead of being at home. So at that point, she was like, this was during COVID as well. She was like,
so this was a marriage of convenience.
It wasn't really, I wouldn't say that.
You can be honest.
It was more of like, because I was in a relationship and my mom didn't want me to do it the haram way. She was like, hurry up, get married.
So it was convenient.
I don't know, man. Honestly, like I think that was the biggest mistake in my life, not gonna lie.
Wow.
It was a convenient marriage. You guys were in a relationship. You lot were doing your thing.
Not for him though.
She wasn't approving.
I'll be honest with you, like, listen, the mad thing is, yeah. You know, the mad thing is, it's been over for like maybe like 4 years, and he's still trying to chat to me. I'm thinking, fuck off, man. Like, that's it, it's done.
I stop swearing, man. I'm gonna have to.
Sorry.
Keep swearing, bruv.
All right,
I want to ask you this question, yeah.
All right.
You specifically, yeah.
BBF has spilled the beans. Yes, I spilled the beans. It's normal, man. It's life.
Hold on. Do you think it's important to get married before you have a child?
100%.
Okay. All right.
That's no. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. If it happens before, and it's good, that's fine. But me personally, as a person, I would never want to have a child with somebody that I'm not, you know,
married to.
Yeah, basically.
I hear that. Why not?
But I still wouldn't. Whilst I was married, though, the person I was married to, I would never have a child with him either. So I don't know.
It's not about him. It's not about him specifically. But why, in your mind, would you not want to be married before you have a kid?
I don't know. Like, I think it's just my own personal values.
Your values?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My own personal values. Like, I wouldn't want to have a child with somebody that I'm just like, you know, in a situationship with, a relationship with that can end tomorrow. Like, I would rather it be marriage. And if it ends, it ends, in it. Like,
if you had the son, yeah. If you had the son and he asked you, mum, like I'm dating this woman. She's got a kid. She's got 2 kids. Yeah, but I really like her. What do you think I should do? Do you think I should carry on, or should I just like find a girl that don't have kids? What would you tell your son?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I wouldn't really judge it like that. I don't judge stuff like that. Like, obviously, if he's had a connection with her, that's fine. I mean, I've got bare like cousins and people that have actually like married or are in a relationship with somebody that already has children anyway. And that's the majority of the males. It's never the girls, you know. It's always the males.
But you wouldn't advise your son to find someone that doesn't have children?
Yeah, I would, but not in that stage whilst he's still in like, you know, some sort of like relationship or feelings with the girl.
You would?
I think you would. I think you would advise
Nah, I
her.
wouldn't. I actually wouldn't, because it
You
doesn't matter.
wouldn't.
Like,
Okay.
people, like, think about it. Like, the amount of girls that get with somebody that has like a baby mum
We're not talking about that though. We're talking
and
about
stuff like that. It's the same thing the other way
It's
around.
not the
Like,
same thing,
yeah, of
because
course it is.
when a woman has a kid, the kid is gonna be with her most of the time. When a dad, if a dad has a kid, the kid's probably gonna be with the mum most of the time. So it's not the same.
I mean, to me it is, unfortunately. So I see it the same way.
Alright, say no more.